Let me now bring on board to Vineet Bhatnagar, Managing Director with MF Global. Vineet, morning. Thank you for joining us. At MF Global, what are you advising your clients? Are you advising your clients that they should roll over the longs from April to May?
Yes, I guess what clients we have seen are doing is that they are rolling over the longs are rolling over as longs, and perhaps the shorts are rolling over as shorts, because if there was any one-way momentum that one would have expected, the spreads would have increased quite dramatically. While the spreads have increased in the last 1 or 2 days, there has been no tremendous increase in the spreads, which indicate that people who were shorts have not rolled and have moved on to the long side for the next month. So it is fair to say that the longs have rolled as longs and shorts have rolled as shorts, perhaps waiting for some kind of direction to play out in May.
Vineet, does it seem like after a range-bound April, May could see lower lows for the market this time, and conclusively we could see a downtrend kick in, or do you think it is going to continue to be, that range-bound movement, and a very narrow one at that?
No, what you are hinting at is precisely what we are expecting. We believe that the market or Nifty should test the 200-day moving average, which is right now sitting at 5145. In the month of April, one had noticed that it was bouncing back multiple times from 5170 or 5178 to be precise. And we are basing this particular call on the simple fact that for a long period of time in the month of April, the expected expiration level that we were seeing for Nifty was 5300. But in the last 2 days, it has moved down quite dramatically to 5200. This points towards the fact that two things are expected to happen. One, the volatility may bounce back from the current 17 to 19% range for Nifty options to as much as about 22 to 24%. And similarly, on account of that, it is very likely that it will test lower lows.
Beneath 50% of the Nifty appears capped. Financials, IT, Reliance, which is largely oil and gas. Since 50% of the market is looking capped, what kind of trading scenario are we staring at?
We are actually looking at, there is no significant call that we are able to make at this point in time as far as the single stocks are concerned. We were struggling to find a hint of a momentum breakout on either side for the Nifty stocks. And we are unable to say that at this point in time that there is any sectoral weakness that we are able to perceive, other than the fact that on the back of the negative results that we have seen, IT looks negative. We were also looking to see whether there is any contrary defensive sectoral movement that may play out in May, from sectors like FMCG, pharma and other defensives, but even there FMCG is actually not giving us any clue about a contrarian long trading strategy that we can build.
There's an old maxim in the market which is in the month of May, sell and go away. Do you think that maxim will play out this year as well?
It's possible. I mean, given the fact that we are looking that 5145 will be tested, and if it were to be broken on the lower side, it is quite possible that the size of the whole outstanding position will reduce. You may have noticed that as against the size of the single stock futures book, which was in March, in April, about 2,000 crore less is getting rolled over, though the rollover itself is as a percentage, a high percentage for April.
Vineet, what is your sense about what banks are indicating right now? Because more and more, we've been tracking the bank Nifty rather than the index to find out, what the trading sentiment is like on the street.
I think, for a long time, there was that anticipation around the rate cut news, which of course everybody was looking at from February, March onwards, which has come about, and therefore that particular aspect which directly impacts the sector was factored in, has already come about, and perhaps there is good amount of price correction that one has seen in the front lines. But for instance, today we have identified that Punjab National Bank perhaps will face lower or downward price action in the last half an hour on account of VWAP. But other than that, at a sectoral level, we are not seeing.
Yeah, go ahead, make your point.
At a sectoral level, we are not seeing any clear trend that Bank Nifty could be a sell today.
Out of the three traded or listed instruments, Nifty Futures, Bank Nifty and the IT index, which to your mind is the weakest instrument?
In terms of the futures, I think the weakest at this point in time, the way we are looking at will be IT futures, then will be Nifty Futures, and then Bank Nifty Futures.
Vineet, what about autos? Does it seem like this outperformance could continue into next month as well, as has been the case with most of the auto majors last month?
Yes, I think it should. However, we're wary of prescribing new long positions. Those who have been sitting on it need not, take an impulsive action of getting out of some of the good frontline auto stocks, despite the fact that Nifty may perhaps show some weakness. If one has a horizon of the next 9 to 12 months, you should just hold on to the autos.
What about cement and telecom? And does it seem like both these spaces could, continue to face pressure this series as well?
Telecom, yes. Cement, I don't think that there should be any further price action on the downside. Of course, if the entire boat is rocking as it may, then it's a different situation. But sitting today, there is no immediate reason for us to say that cement is looking very weak.
Vineet, identify a group for us which to your mind now is a sell on every uptick group, and one group for us where you're recommending your clients that you need to buy that group or that cluster on every decline.
You mean a group of stocks?
A group of stocks, as in a theme or a sector.
No, that is exactly the problem that we are having. We were struggling to find a sectoral, sectoral view, which was something that we could have given as an advice to our clients today. It's very erratic. We are seeing some activity which is disparate. For example, we are seeing weakness in sale, which could come about on account of the VWAP. But that is not what we can say about the metal sector in totality. Likewise, we are not able to see weakness in banking sector across the sector. So it is unfair to pick up sectors this morning and say that we have a clear view on up or a downside. So you will have to excuse me for that today.
Vineet, for the financial year FY12, Sensex or benchmark indices were down by about 10%. Do you think this year we could recover whatever we've lost last financial year, or this year could be another year, or this fiscal could be another fiscal of negative return?
No, I have a strong view that we should be able to post positive returns for this particular fiscal year. The way we are looking at the Nifty to translate over the next 10-11 months is one where there could be a short-term weakness, which is what perhaps we are in the midst of. But in the second half, it should recover. And our own perception is that March 13, it should give us good, handsome returns.
Vineet, what about spaces like infrastructure? We've seen what's happened to names like an IVRCL, a GVK, as well as GMR. Does it seem like these stocks could continue to get battered next series as well?
Next series is possible, but if one were to look at starting to put together again something that I keep repeating in such times a portfolio, then it is possible that there will be opportunities to start picking up names from the rubble. Perhaps it is in May or it could be in early part of June. But these are clearly the times when people who have a view for the next 18 months to 24 months should be looking as the time when they can start adding to their portfolios. I know it is easy said than done, because when a trend is on, it is very difficult to start picking up stocks. I'm not prescribing absolute bottoms, because everybody knows in theory that that is not possible. But when times are tough, if people can take a 12-month view, 24-month view and start picking up strong names, good management, strong fundamentals in terms of some of these sectors, then that is exactly what investment is all about.